So in this video, we're going to be talking about exactly how we plan to help law firms build and implement AI automation systems into their workflow systems. Again, my name is Mula. I run Retric Solutions. And like I said before, we build and implement AI automation systems into law firms to help them save time and work more efficiently with no extra efforts. So with that being said, let's jump on my screen and I'll show you exactly how we plan to do that. So after the client is onboarded, so let's say, for example, so after you've completed the onboarding procedures, aka paying the invoice, signing any contracts or anything like that, you're welcomed into Retric Solutions, right? So step one is auditing your law firm workflow process. So the first thing we'll do is we'll analyze your marketing efforts. We need to understand where you're getting your leads from, how you're getting them, and then how are they going through the pipeline. Because before we build any AI automation systems, we need to understand whether you actually need the automations in the first place or the main problem is another thing, aka client acquisition or staffing or fulfillment, right? So the first thing we do is, again, analyze your marketing efforts. Do you run Facebook ads? Do you run Google ads? Do you rely specifically on referrals? Where exactly are you getting your leads from, right? The second thing we're going to review is we're going to review your lead conversion process. Again, once you're getting the lead into your CRMs or your workflow systems, are you converting them? Are you reaching out to them properly? Are you nurturing the leads? How long is it taking you to contact the lead once they submit their information, right? By, again, understanding how you do things currently, we're able to figure out where the bottlenecks are and then hopefully build automation systems that could solve those bottlenecks, right? So by understanding whether you could even convert more clients through your current workflow and being able to add AI on top of it to help you scale much faster is, again, more important because we need to make sure you actually need AI systems in the first place. So how many leads are you getting? How are you getting them? How are you converting them? And how many in percentage wise are you converting? Next thing we're going to analyze is your client servicing. How are you actually serving these clients? Like, are you representing them in court? What exactly are you doing to help these clients go from A to Z, right? Again, this is where you are the professional ad because this is what the clients are paying you to do. But again, we just want to understand exactly how you do things. That way we could add AI on top of how you do things in your law firm to help you scale. So Retric Solutions, we build everything outside the actual legal work because AI in actual legal cases can be a little bit challenging and the ethics behind it and the legality of things. We don't really want to touch it just yet. And plus, you're the professional when it comes to actually servicing the clients. So we don't want to take you away from that. We want to help you everything else around the business. So client acquisition, lead nurturing, anything outside the actual legal work, that's where we're planning to build all these AI automation systems for you. Because like I said before, right now, in my opinion, even though I'm pro AI, I don't think AI is really there yet to be used in actual real life cases, right? Maybe in the future it will change, but as of now, Retric Solutions doesn't build any automations that actually are being used in the actual legal work, right? So, yeah. And then lastly, we're going to assess your post-case procedures. After the case is marked closed, what do you do after that? Do you request Google reviews, right? And if you do, how often are you reaching out to old leads to get a Google review? Again, not to spam people or anything, but what exactly do you do after, getting that case closed? So by understanding all these four, we're able to understand whether the main problem is scaling or whether the main problem is building the foundation first. And when I say foundation, I mean, do you actually get consistent leads? If you don't, then AI is not going to help you that much. Two, how are you actually servicing the clients, right? Do you have the appropriate staff to do the actual client work, right? If you don't, then you might have a staffing issue, right? And then the actual legal work, again, since we're not touching it, we're just looking for data to understand exactly how you're working in your law firm. We don't really touch this, but it's cool to, understand how you're doing things. And then lastly, what are you doing after the case is closed, right? And then by gathering all that data, we're able to go to step 2, identify bottlenecks and ideate solutions. Since we audited your whole workflow process, we already are now understanding and seeing where the main bottlenecks are, right? So some potential bottlenecks could be lead qualifications, right? As you can see over here, if you're getting consistent leads, but you're not qualifying them at a scale, then the bottlenecks is your intake specialist. Again, at Retric Solutions, we're not looking to replace your staff members. We're looking to help them work more efficiently. So when it comes to your current workflow, let's say you don't have any automation systems in place already. Your intake specialist is spending hours reaching out to new leads that are coming in, or chasing down leads that didn't answer the initial call, right? So lead qualification might be a problem. Second thing is lead follow-up. Like I said before, maybe your staff is spending so many hours, reaching out to different leads that didn't really answer the initial call, or texting them, scheduling appointments, or finding available time. You know what I'm saying? That's another potential bottleneck. Third thing is website inquiries. Yes, you might have a good website, but if it's filled with a lot of information, we already know 9 times out of 10 website visitors are not reading all the pages that are on your law firm's website, right? So that could be another potential bottlenecks right there. You might be getting a lot of website visitors, but they're not turning into phone calls calling your phone number on your website, or they're not filling out the contact form, right? The other thing could be inconsistent leads. So yes, you have a dialed in system, but if you don't have anything to feed the system, the system is just sitting there doing nothing, right? So if you're not getting consistent leads, that's another inconsistency or types of bottlenecks, right? The other thing is staffing issues, right? You might be getting leads, but you don't have loyal, highly trained, qualified staff members to help you service the influx of clients that you're getting, right? So that could be a huge problem because one, the clients that are hiring you to represent them are not getting the best of the best legal professionals to help them go from A to Z when it comes to their cases, right? So that's another problem. And lastly, leadership problems. If you're not retaining your staff members, then maybe it's time to look at how you're leading your whole staff and your whole business, right? Because some people might be leaving because of leadership problems or something else that you're not addressing. So by understanding that there's a problem there, you could potentially fix it, right? And since we already did the audit before, in step 1, we're not able to come up with solutions to these problems. So if I go here, lead qualifications, right? Instead of your intake specialist having to follow up with all the leads or calling every new lead that comes in, you could replace your intake specialist before and then add them after. Let me explain. So when it comes to lead qualification, you can add an AI voice assistant to call the new leads that are coming in into your pipeline, meaning it can handle over 10,000 leads at the same time instead of having your specialist having to call each and every single one manually. That way, you're able to go from 10 to 100 real quick because you're able to qualify more leads, which turns into more booked appointments, which turns into more time saved for your intake specialist or whoever handles lead qualification in your law firm, right? And then after that, that's where you add your intake specialist to continue that, to start that client relationship process and all that stuff, right? Lead follow-up. Like I said before, instead of having your intake specialist having to follow up manually with all the leads, you could leverage an AI system to do follow-ups, meaning it could send them a text, send them an email, or even call them to, again, qualify them on the phone and then schedule an appointment for you, right? Website inquiries. So as soon as people are coming into your website, yes, they're reading maybe the first page only, but they're looking for quick answers immediately. Not legal advice or anything, but more like just to understand your law firm way better. Instead of them having to read everything that's on your law firm, you could deploy an AI chatbot that one acts as like a lead generator, meaning before they even interact with it, they're entering their first name, last name, email, and phone number, right? And then they get to ask the chatbot's question about your firm specifically. And since the chatbot is trained on only your law firm's data, aka what's on your website and anything else you'd like people to know about your firm, it's able to answer those questions right there, right? That way, one, you're getting more leads, aka, generating more leads, and two, you're able to help website visitors get their answers quickly about your firm. If they have any more questions or they would like actual representation, then after that, the AI chatbot could ask them a little bit more questions to qualify them and then schedule an appointment right there. So as you can see, you saved hours instead of them having to fill out the contact form and then having to wait for your staff to contact them. You instantly, one, generated leads, qualified them, and scheduled an appointment right there on the AI chatbot, right? The other thing, inconsistent leads, right? Since we're not a marketing firm, you could leverage our network of other marketing experts in my network to help you specifically work on your law firm's marketing. Again, people in the connections I have in my networks are really professional, and they've actually done this before, so it will just be a smooth transition once I introduce you guys, and then you go from there, right? Again, they will be able to help you with that one. Staffing issues. If you don't have any qualified, highly trained, and loyal staff members, then that's a huge problem, right? And again, the way we can help you solve this issue is by connecting you with a staffing advisor in my network. Again, she's a really great human being. Once we connect you guys, you'll be able to instantly find loyal, highly trained, and qualified staff members who can help you serve the influx of clients that you're going to get once you adapted both the AI infrastructures and the loyal staff members into your law firm. And then lastly, leadership issues. Again, we're not perfect. Everybody makes mistakes and whatever. So the way we could help you here is, again, just work with you to figure out what the issues are and then see how we could help you there. Right. So all of that leads to step 3, the building phase. Once we've understood your whole workflow and then figured out where the bottlenecks are, we're then able to actually start building the AI infrastructures that you need. Right. So we'll build it out. And then step 4 is implementation. So right there, as you can see, we're going to test the systems first before deploying them. So the best example I could think of is the AI voice assistants or the chatbots, right? We're going to put them through rigorous testing to make sure that it's accurate and as detailed as possible when it comes to the responses. And the responses are only based on your law firm's data. So website copy, anything that you would want a potential lead to understand about your firm before they work with you, all the frequently asked questions and all that stuff, we're able to train the AI voice assistants and the chatbots to understand specifically about your firm. So it's not recommending another law firm in your area or something like that. It's specifically recommending your law firm only because all these systems are your own law firm's systems, right? So again, we're going to test the completed systems, and then once they're tested and qualified and are ready to be deployed, we're going to deploy the systems, and then we're going to monitor and adjust because AI is still a new industry. I mean, it's been here for a while, but AI is constantly changing, right? So by monitoring and adjusting, we're able to upgrade the AI infrastructures to, again, help you save even more time and get better mental clarity and reduce stress and all that stuff, right? So we're going to monitor and adjust. And then after that, if we have any more systems to implement, if we do, then we go back to the implementation phase. We build it out, test it, deploy it, and then continue the cycle, right? But if we don't have any other systems to implement, then we'll go to optimizing other staff's tasks, right? So anything else that your staff is currently doing that's taking up most of their time outside the actual legal work, will try to help you solve those issues as well by building different AI automation systems into your workflows to help you save time, right? So, and then after that, that's where the project ends if we don't have any other tasks to automate. So as you can see, this whole workflow, this is exactly how we plan to help you save time, all with AI automation tools, right? And automation systems. Again, this is a simplified version. Once you are onboarded, we could go more in detail, and then it will be a little bit more beefier. But the sake of this video, I just wanted to explain it to you in a short video how we exactly do things at Retrix Solutions. So with that being said, if you are a law firm partner or a lawyer and you're looking to add AI automation infrastructures into your business, schedule a call with me down below. And I look forward to hearing from you soon, and we'll see whether you actually need the AI automation infrastructures or there's something else that's holding you from scaling, whether it's marketing, staffing issues, leadership issues, or workflow process issues, whatever the case might be, we'll work with you to help you find a solution there. If it's not AI infrastructures, you can leverage my network of other experts to help you solve that specific problem. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.